Welcome to the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast, bringing you fishing tips, gear reviews, tournament news, and more. Featured guests from all over the nation. Now, 1 hour of live streaming via Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Here's your host, John Rapp.
All right, hey guys, welcome to the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast. Hey Johnny Cart, thank you for liking and throwing the thumbs up there, Big Daddy. We appreciate that. Guys, make a comment so I can see if my comments are going to scroll across the bottom left screen. Share, like, and follow the show. We got a great little show tonight. I'm going to be buzzing up Chris Payne shortly, and I'm going to try to hit up a couple other people possibly and talk to them about how they transport and secure their kayaks. Hey, Tammy Isaacs, Johnny Cart, we are getting your comments, guys. Outstanding up on the screen. So, guys, when someone comments and they give a suggestion, if you can add to that, please do. Got a lot of a good episode tonight. But before I get into my kayak fishing podcast, I want to do a shout out to an old family of mine. West Virginia State Police cadet class, the 40th cadet class, reported to Institute 30 years ago today. 65 of us from all over the United States. About 40 of us were military. Scared to death. Spent the next 39 to 42 weeks up on the hill. Storm Carver, Garrett Hawk, thanks for showing up, guys. Appreciate you. But, so, little dedication to you fellas. There's a group when we showed up, when we graduated. 65 of us. Only 60 of us made it. And look at that little kid right there. Oh, yeah. Anyway, you guys fish with another member of this class. He's a good friend of mine, Big Jack Gillespie. So congratulations, Jack, for a fine career and for everything that you did there, Big Daddy. Anyway, all right. So tonight's episode, it is about security, and why is security a topic of discussion, and why is it something important to me? Well, one, as you can tell, I was in law enforcement. But two, about 5 years ago in April, see the back of that empty truck? I was at the Super 8 Weston. I was getting ready to attend the Mountain State Kayak Anglers Stonewall Jackson tournament. That night, as you can see in the back of my truck, I have a pop-up tent and 2 lawn chairs and a table. I was going to camp, but boy, some thunderstorms blew through, and I'm like, oh, heck no. So me and Beth went to the Super 8, got a room right before midnight, and when I went out at 5:30 in the morning, that's what I found. So, not happy. 2 kayaks, a Feel Free Lure 11.5, and a Moken 10 Light stolen out of the back of the truck. And as you can see, if you look closely, you can see other kayaks and trailers and bass boats. But as far as I know, I was the only vehicle that was broke into that night. And my vehicle was sandwiched in like 2 or 3 others, so there was no view for the cameras to get. So sort of a unfortunate situation for me. So that's why we're going to talk about security. Now, hey, Tim Isaacs, I know you travel a lot, buddy, and if you're available here in a little bit, maybe we'll get some comments from you. But first, I'm going to dial up Chris and get his take on security issues. He's a Texas boy, travels. I went to Lowe's, and I bought one of these. I actually got 2 of them. And then I'm going to show you something after we get Chris on. These are the Master Python locks with key. Got a couple of those. But let's buzz up my boy and get him on the show and see what he's got going on. Chris Payne. Yeah, doing a little different, man. Doing a little different. I'm dialing up folks now, trying to keep it interactive and fun. So, hey, Chris.
What's up, my man?
My brother from another mother, Payne Outdoors, Chris Payne, total package from Texas. Hey, man. So, I was just showing the group this little buddy here that I purchased, and I also got another one from Amazon on the way in. Actually, two things. This is from the Lowe's security thing. But anyway, as I sent you the message last night telling you what I wanted to touch on. I know you've probably, in your experience, done reviews on security products. So tell us what you think and what you do to keep your stuff safe.
So probably the number one thing that I use is a lockable cam buckle strap. It's called Canoe Locks. So KANU locks. And I did a review on them back in 2015. And there are some locks that are very similar now that are available. But what they did is they looked at the different ways that people secure kayaks, secure gear in the back of a truck. Could be lumber, could be pipe, could be anything, right? And they realized that a lockable cam buckle prevents one thing, but if you could take bolt cutters, if you had heavy enough bolt cutters, you could cut through just a cable. And if you had just straps, scissors could do that. So what they did is they actually ran cables through a nylon mesh proprietary strap cover. And so if you try to cut it with scissors or with bolt cutters, the nylon is slick, right? It has other things in it. I'm just calling it nylon for these purposes.
I got you.
But it's slick, and the bolt cutters will slide off of it. So you can't cut the cables that are wrapped inside that nylon. And so it looks like a heavy-duty cam strap, but it has a lock on the cam buckle that you lock, and then it has anti-theft deterrent. So in order to cut it, you basically have to have like a super high-speed diamond carbide. You're gonna hear whatever they're using to cut that strap.
Excellent.
If you're around.
That goes into the thing that I'm going to show after we go to break. And guys, for you guys that are watching, I ordered something from Amazon that is a lot like this, and I'll go over it with you in a little bit. But it is Bluetooth lockable. So if you walk up to your truck with your Bluetooth signal, it unlocks. So you can unlock it without having to fiddle around for keys. And it has, if they try to cut the cable, the Bluetooth will alarm you to let you know that the cable's been cut. So
that's really cool.
So I'll show that to you here shortly. But go ahead, Chris. But I thought you'd like it.
I think, I think that's one way to do it. There's another way. So if you're hauling, I did a review. Oh my gosh. I want to say 2018-ish on a thing called a lock rack. And so what it is if you've got crossbars, whether on a trailer or whatever, you buy the lock rack instead of a J cradle or something like that. And it has a mechanism where it slides in like that and secures your kayak. And it, without the key, it doesn't allow it to come out. And it holds it tight enough to where you don't need cam buckles or anything like that.
I got you.
You don't need other straps. And so those hold kayaks really secure. You can't slide them in, can't slide them out. and you have to have the key, or you have to cut that entire rack off, which now you're talking about an acetylene torch.
Right. Outstanding. Outstanding, man. Well, let's take a quick break. I'll come back, let you guys your thoughts on that. I will show these guys that clip. You might be able to watch it there on a little delay, but we'll be right back.
Paint Outdoors, Straight Talk, an outdoor product analyst and custom soft plastic maker. Check out our reviews and products at our website at paintoutdoors.com.
Feel-free kayaks, something for everyone. Pedal, paddle, or power, we can outfit you to meet your needs. For more information, visit feelfreeus.com.
Yak Gadget offers all kinds of kayak accessories such as motor mounts, anchor systems, and other track-based items to make your time more enjoyable on the water. Visit their Facebook page, search Yak Gadget.
Guggen Brothers Custom Tackle specializes in jigs and Ned-style lures. Brothers who know what it takes to put fish in the boat. Check out their Facebook page. Search Guggen Brothers Custom Tackle.
All right, guys, we're back. We're 12 minutes into the show. Got a few viewers. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Appreciate the comments. Garrett Hott, was that before they got the Peter Pan uniforms? Stormy, what's up? No, Garrett. Those were our academy uniforms. That's before they started having everybody wear green uniforms at the academy if you were a trooper. You had to wear the old blue ones. You had to earn your greens. So anyway, we were just talking about security, travel and security, lock it up. And I want to go to this security theft alarm lock that I was just telling you about with Chris. Okay, so there's a photograph of it, and as you can see, it's got the same locking mechanism as this master lock the Python has. It's got a steel cable, got a lock bar, lock button, and a buzzer. Okay, so let's go over the description here. This is where this cable is more interesting, as I was telling Chris, and should be good. So when you look at it, about the item, I'll start from the left. I'm going to read it so you guys can read along with me. But for our audio viewers, when we do our audio version of this on Anchor FM, it's a Bluetooth bike lock alarm. It's easy connect between the lock alarm and the phone over Bluetooth. Instantly unlock your bike without a key. You get the convenience of not having to carry a key, and you won't have to worry about losing it. Bike lock with alarm triggered vibration, deterring thieves effectively. Has a 110 decibel loud alarm. Didn't realize that, so that's a good part. Alarm goes off only when disconnected to the app. So that means if they've actually got it and they're moving it away. So your phone far away from the lock or disconnect your Bluetooth. It's a smart lock with an auto lock function that unlocks automatically when connected to the app. Therefore, the lock will auto unlock when you approach. It's waterproof, anti-theft alarm lock. And so if they try to cut it, it'll trigger. So anyway, pretty cool. So let's bring back Chris. Buddy, you're back on live, raw, and unfiltered. What do you think?
I think 110 decibel alarm sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I actually got two of them because I've made the decision this year to drive to ICAST, and I'm taking my Moken with me. I'm hoping to do a little fishing on the way down, on the way up. Actually, I may meet up with Brian Schiller from Paddle and Fin Podcast on his way down. We're going to hit Tennessee, but it just depends on when he rolls. If not, I may just straight on down to Florida, meet up with Randy and the Kayak Anglers of Florida crew, maybe get out, or some of the other guys. So, yeah, man, that's a pretty good looking lock. I thought you might like that. I'm sure it's something you might want to look at and do a review on.
Yeah, I need to check that out. You'll have the link in the show notes?
I will put it there, yeah.
Okay.
I'll definitely fix that up.
Yeah, I want I want to check that out because that's things have definitely advanced, since 2015 and 2018. And so if there's better stuff out there, Bluetooth trackable, I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
We'll try it, and I'll have my son try to steal my business, and we'll see how accurate the tracking and how loud the noise is and that kind of stuff. We'll play with it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in, from what I read and looked at, I mean, if you're 150 to 250 plus feet away in a third floor bedroom and your kayaks, you got to be worried about that Bluetooth connection. Is it strong enough to reach you in your phone, or does it use Wi-Fi or stuff like that? That'll be my one concern. So that means that you'll have to look at that, guys, and make sure that if you get a room, you get it close enough to where it's usable. So,
well, first rule of traveling with a kayak is always have a ground floor room. That way you can slide the kayak in there with you if you are staying in some shady places. And let me tell you, there's been more than once that the kayaks had more room than I did, but I'm not willing to give up that plastic. It's funny how far we'll go to do that.
Yeah.
But hey, also, not to shift gears, but if you're heading down to Florida looking for feel-free guys to fish with, and you're gonna hit up Randy, you guys might see if Derek out in Tampa, Derek Burgos, I fished with him in 2016 out of Tampa, which is just an hour outside of Orlando there. And he's got some places, tarpon, snook, all kinds of good stuff. And you likely won't see another fisherman where he's fishing.
Yeah, I've been out with Derek. Beth and I went out with him. Normally, that was the ICAST routine. Was I would fly to Tampa instead of Orlando. Derek would pick me up, and I would stay with him. We would go fish, and then we would drive up to Orlando, and then from there I would Uber and get my flight out of Orlando back to West Virginia. Derek shifted gears a little bit where he lost his business. And he's doing a lot more. I think he's still doing some charters, but I know he got a job with the law firm. Matter of fact, I read, I think it was today or last night, he was in a car wreck. Him and Natalie, his camper and his truck was hit. So Derek, if you are watching or you catch this, buddy, we were thinking about you, thoughts and prayers about you. I hope everybody's okay. From what I read, everybody was fine. But I knew he got a job at a law firm. He was working at a law firm, so I'm not sure what all is going on with Derek. I know, but he's really went into the drone. He's doing competitive drone stuff now. Him and his.
Okay.
And I'll fish with anybody. Feel free, Jackson. Even them old snobby Jackson guys, man. I'll go fish with them guys too.
I don't know that that's true. You've never been fishing with me.
I know. I haven't made it to Texas yet, but it's in the works. It's in the works.
Of course, I hadn't made it to West Virginia either, so I can't give you too much grief.
But hey, if things are going well for me, I wouldn't be surprised this time next year. I don't have a job. I'll be retired, and I'll make a few trips around the country other than my normal rounds. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll just meet you at Lake Fork.
That sounds good to me.
Sam Rayburn or Toledo Bend or heck.
Where's that place at? We get Lance to take us somewhere over in his neck of the woods too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. If there's no telling with Lance, man, he fishes all over the country. He's crazy like that. He likes to do crazy stuff. And I love him for it. He's also the first guy that'll tell you exactly how it is. Like, if you ever want to know how a situation is, just ask him. He'll tell you. I love him for it.
I love the man is strong-willed and very opinionated. Reminds me of a couple other people I know. Maybe on camera here.
Yeah.
So, all right, brother. Well, I'll let you get on home. I'm gonna buzz up Randy Newton. and see what he thinks on these locks and what other tips, tricks. But I will get with you between now and next Tuesday. If you have anything that you want to talk about, man, let's do it. Just give me a shout and we'll plug it in. So
yeah, I definitely think we need to start talking about deep water crankbaits.
Hey, that sounds like next week's episode.
Okay.
All right, brother. All right. See you, buddy. Chris Payne in the house, total package. We want to do some, as you just heard, we already made our plans for next week. So we're going to talk about deep water cranks. Let's take a quick break, and then I'm going to dial up Randy and see what he has to say about security issues. So.
This segment is sponsored by Yak Gadget. Houston Brothers Custom Tackle. Payne Outdoors. Feel Free Kayaks.
All right, guys, I'm back. We're 22 minutes into this live, raw, and unfiltered episode 29, July 5th, 2022. Let's do it. Randy Newton of Kayak Anglers of Florida. Ah, there he is. My man's out there sweating it.
What's going on, everybody? Hold on a second. Hold on.
You're good, Big Daddy. You're good. You keep working on that camera view while I introduce you. This is Randy Newton. As you can see, this old Marine's out here doing his ruck back sacking and with his 50-pound ruck trying to avoid them gators in that pond. Keep in danger, living dangerous, trying to stay in shape, Big Daddy.
Yo, dude, we're doing good. Happy 4th of July, by the way, brother.
Yeah, you too, brother. Hope all was well with you and the family.
Dude, it was amazing. We got to shoot fireworks, have some brisket, do all those American things.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Hey, man, so I know you do a little traveling and your boys. What all do you guys, what do you recommend for security issues when the guys are hauling their kayaks around?
So when I go out to the kayak trip, two things I need. Hold on a second. Airplane. What happens when you live in the flight path, right?
I got you.
Hey, two things that we always use when we're out on the water, getting ready to go out for a long trip. You know, a lot of places in Florida we have to drive to. It's not like it's in our backyard. We don't have an hour to get to. So we have to definitely spend the night at places, especially at hotels, sometimes some sketchy areas. You know
Right.
So two things we always take. We take one huge master lock. I'm talking like the thing is a beast. And then we also take a 50-foot cable that you can secure with that master lock. And we put it through 3 kayaks on top of the truck. So I have a Hobie BA. I run it through the pedal hole, run it around the kayak, all through the seat and everything, just to make sure it all gets secured. We run it through the 2 other kayaks. I mean, it's a big cable. So a 50-foot cable, big old master lock, and make sure you keep the key.
Yeah, that helps.
A lot of the times when we travel around down here, we don't keep everything inside our vehicles. I mean, we really don't do it.
Yeah.
We try to take as much out as possible. Sometimes you don't have the luxury of being able to do that, but always making sure you've got, 1, your vehicle close to where you can see it, and 2, take out those valuables. Take out that Lowrance. Take out those garments. Take those things out of those vehicles. Take them with you into the hotel room. It's going to be the safest.
I got you. Yeah. Good tips. Good tips. So yeah, man, it's because the reason this show come up. I had some kayaks stolen a few years ago, but I'm also going to be loaded up probably next Thursday. At the very latest Friday, I'll be trying to meet up with Brian Schiller coming down from Illinois. But we're rolling, we're driving, and I'm bringing my Moken.
I hear you, man. We're looking forward to it. We got a busy month of July between everything we have going on. It's always making sure everything's secure for us. When you're traveling, especially if you're traveling around and you leave your home state, you come down to like Florida, which is got fishing all year long. you want to make sure if you do those stops, you got everything secured. And trust me, we've seen things get stolen right out of the back of people's trucks at ramps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To be the kayak anglers are number one target at a ramp.
Up. All right, looks like we lost Randy's feed for a second. But anyway, it's good stuff there, Randy. Oh, he's calling us back. He called me back, but I think I may have hung up on him.
Don't you love technology?
Ah, yeah, baby. It's all good. You know, you're out in the middle of God's country. We know you're out there with the gators, and so.
One of the best things you can do is get outside. One of the things that I've been challenged over the past few weeks, especially dealing with my health, stuff like that, getting outside and rucking. Went back to the Marine Corps basics and just put on a big old 40-pound pack, started walking. That's about 15 pounds already in the past couple of weeks. And right now I'm doing my solo walks. I have a team that goes out with me a couple times a week, and then on the weekends we get a good butt kicking. So, you know, going back old school, taking it back to the roots.
Amen, brother. Amen. Well, hey, there's no better way than when you have a good support network, and the military's always been great for that. You know, support, teamwork. I mean, so outstanding.
Hey, you want to go with me on a walk when you go to Orlando?
You never know. I would rather do some fishing with you.
Well, you know what? It's too hot in Florida, man. I'm telling you right now, it's been like 106 degrees in the shade.
Hey, I'm driving 12 hours to come to Orlando. I'm throwing a topwater frog somewhere.
Oh, I hear you. Trust me. I'm right there with you. So we'll make sure we got a ride with us.
All right, brother. Sounds good. Hey, keep that good workout on, man. I appreciate you jumping in and giving us your tips, tricks, and your Florida hints there with the 30-foot cable and the huge master lock. I appreciate you.
Yep, brother. Anytime. Hey, whenever you need me, just holler. You know I'll hop on and talk with you.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out, give you my itinerary when we get ready to roll here next week, and give you an idea so we can definitely meet up pre-ICAST for lunch, dinner, something, and just chat.
I'll be up there at ICAST on Thursday and Friday this year. I'm not going for the full time. Last year did benefit me a little bit. But this year we're going to have a shorter trip, so try to cram anything in 2 days and make it happen. But you and your wife are always number one in my book, so I'll see you.
Well, I hope Beth comes. If she comes, she's gonna fly down. I'm driving by myself, but she'll fly down, meet us, and then ride back with me. Depends on her workload and everything like that. So, but hey, enjoy, brother. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you.
Always, you too, bud.
All right. Hey, that was my boy Randy from Kayak Anglers of Florida. Let's see if Tim Isaacs wants to jump on here real quick and give us a tip. Jay Harmon is out there somewhere too. I sent him a message, but I did see Tim Isaacs was on, so I'm going to look him up, see if he wants to, because Tim travels a ton with KBF, Hobie, and all that, and would love to see if I can snatch him and get a comment. I sent a message to Gene Jensen and Jay Harmon. Jay just sent a message, is in the middle of typing something there. But we'll give Tim a call and see if he's available. We got ringing, and I got answers. Hey, Timmy.
Hey.
I know your signal's bad down there at Heiko, buddy. I know you were watching the show. I know you travel a lot, Tim. What kind of tips or tricks would you give to guys regarding securing their items in your kayak and all their fishing equipment?
I try to keep everything in my truck locked up that I can.
Yes, sir.
That's rods, reels, tackle, my motor, paddles, seat, everything. I try to keep inside the truck, of course. The kayak itself, I use a cable lock. It's a 3/8 diameter cable lock. It's made for a bicycle. It's a 6-foot cable lock
Right.
that I run through the hole where my pedal drive goes, around the kayak trailer, around the steel on the trailer, and then back up through. And
Okay.
I haven't had any, knock on wood, I haven't had any trouble so far. But
Yeah. So you're the first person I've talked to that actually uses a trailer. Do you have the rod tubes and stuff where you can sort?
no,
Okay.
I don't have none of that stuff because I launch my kayak just like a bass boat.
I got you.
I mean,
Okay.
I back her in the water and float it off, and if Matt or Jason or somebody's with me, I haven't back the trailer in the water, and I run it right up on the trailer just like a bass boat.
Excellent. Yeah. I don't blame you. Heck yeah. Heck yeah,
'Cause
man.
I'm getting a little too old to be tugging around on a 150-pound kayak. You know what I mean?
No doubt. I mean, I totally understand that because the more gear we put on them, the motors and the batteries and everything, it gets to be tough to work on those things like that. So, outstanding.
Yeah.
So, when you go to your hotel room, do you take a lot of your stuff out of your truck and take it in, or do you leave it locked up out in the truck?
No, mostly. No, I'll take my rods mostly in inside. You know,
Okay.
I'm doing retying or respooling or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Most of everything else just about stays. Well, you know, my boat, my batteries and stuff like that, I bring in so I can charge.
Right.
But the rods are about the only thing that I bring inside. You know,
Just do your maintenance, do your rod maintenance and stuff. Okay.
and respooling and basically a lot of times I don't even do that because I've already done it before I got off the water. And I just leave them in the truck mostly.
Okay.
Like knock on wood, I haven't had any trouble yet. And me and Matt stayed in some pretty shady places.
Yeah. Well, I was showing the guys there what happened to me back at the
Yeah,
in Weston back in 2017 when they got me. You know,
I
there's,
remember I was at the Quality Inn and you was up the road.
yeah. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, because I had probably the low end kayaks that were all there. New Canoe, Jackson's. There was a trailer with like 4 new canoes stacked, you know, and Wilderness ATACs. I mean, decked out. Steve Gunner was his very first kayak fishing tournament. He was parked right beside me with his Jackson big rig. Always fishing poles, and they didn't even touch it. They just took my stuff. What was funny about that was my stuff was wedged in right in the middle of everybody. So all the views were blocked from no camera view, and that's
They knew what they were doing.
yeah, that's probably why I was targeted, I believe. But that's the reason I wanted to talk about cable locks and stuff. I got a couple master locks here that I showed guys, and
That's the real right there.
yeah, but I ordered a couple of locks on Amazon, and I also got, that I forgot to mention to Chris earlier, I got one of those little bike alarms. It's a little alarm that you attach to the bike, and it's motion activated. So if somebody grabs my kayak and they jerk it, that alarm will go off. So it's on top of the cable lock that I have that has an alarm on it too. But anyway, the biggest thing that I hope that we can impress on the people who watch this little bitty show is security, and use all the tools that you have to secure your stuff. And that way, if somebody does try to take it, it makes enough noise to either scare them off or draw attention or get your attention from the hotel room. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you answering, Tim. I didn't know. I saw you log on there and say hello a little bit ago, and I'm thinking, you know, you're one of the guys that I know from West Virginia that travels weekly somewhere to an event out of state, and I knew you would have some good tips on security. So
Kind of grounded right now. My mom's in the hospital, and I'm trying to take care of her and running back and forth between here and Beckley. And I was on my way back from the hospital when you popped on. she'd always watch out while I'm driving home. So.
Well, God bless her, man. I hope she's doing okay with whatever her ailments are.
We should be able to get her out of the hospital hopefully tomorrow or day after. Anyways, she had a little infection in her foot, so we got that taken care of. So.
Well, good, buddy. Good. Well, nothing but love for you and your family, and we'll let you go. I appreciate you. God bless you.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Tim. All right, buddy.
Bye.
All right, so that was our boy Tim Isaacs. Let's call this gentleman here. See how he does his security. Hey, Johnny Cart. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
Hey, man, I saw you were peeking on the show here, and nothing better than to get a good old boy from Charleston, West Virginia's view on security. I know that when you travel, we just got off the line with Tim Isaacs, and he has a trailer, and I know you trailer too. Can you give us any tips or tricks that you do to secure your items? I know you normally go with yours and Melissa's, right?
Right. I run 3/8 cable through hers.
Okay.
I have to use a little smaller on that. The new canoe scuppers are a little bit smaller, so.
Okay. So that's how you do things too. You run cable and locks.
Right, and I've also got another thing we found a few years back. It's called the RHKFP. It's kind of like a bungee system.
Okay.
And it's got looks like a spider that sits on top, and it's a trip alarm.
Wow. Hey, I need that link, bro. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
I was just looking that up when I skipped off there a minute.
Okay.
But I'll have to find that site.
Spider. So it's like a webbing that you can put on top of your items. Now, will it work in the back of a truck? Like, can you hook it up in the back of a truck when the?
Yeah, it's got like hooks on it. It's a cargo net setup. You can hook it right to your bed hooks.
Okay.
And you just hook that little spider clamps on anywhere on the bungee on that net. I'll turn it on and off.
That's pretty sweet, man. Outstanding. We got to look that up.
It's like $130.
Hey, $130 is changing the bucket compared to $3,000 or $4,000 you would have to replace your boats. And trust me, I know how that hurts.
Yep.
Yeah, that hurts.
Getting ready to load mine up in the truck for. I guess we're leaving up Thursday for South Branch. So.
Are you going South Branch? Heck,
Yep.
I'd like to go, but I can't get off to go early and then turn around and be off Thursday and Friday the following week to go to Florida. So, and then all the next week. But it'll hurt me. It'll knock me out of the top 15 for the national or state championship. But that's okay. I'd like to see other guys get in there and win it because.
Well, it's all about getting together and fishing. Points is just a bonus.
Roger that. 2 more, Big Daddy. 2 more.
I've got all kind of water going, bud.
Hey, I appreciate you jumping on the show, man. I guess we'll just do some closing thoughts here. Anything that you want to add to security besides the spider net and the cable locks that you use?
Yeah, the Glock 20.
Yes, and you know that's something that wasn't mentioned here. But if you are traveling, and we do go to areas way off the grid, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen the posts from my good friends down in Tennessee recently. They've been having a lot of problems down in Tennessee, getting hit at the ramps down there while out on the water. Yeah, it's good to be carrying, not again to take on somebody who's doing something, but to protect yourself if they are aggressive in a nature, other than
you get to some of these shady ramps, you don't know who's there when you come back.
And you don't know what they're doing. Remember at Kentucky Lake, back at the national championship, a guy was fishing, went back up in a cove out in the middle of nowhere. And when he back in that cove, some boys came out of an old cabin with the shotguns, shot up in the air and told him to get the hell out of there. Right. And we all know what that means. They weren't doing nothing but cooking meth. And he stumbled upon a meth house, and that poor old boy got that boat and got him moving out of there real quick. So, yeah.
Of course, anybody South Branch, depending on which way you go, you're going to have to watch Maryland for the laws on that.
Yeah. If you go too far past Springdale or Springfield, that Martinsburg area, back over that way.
I know a lot of people go up. They go up and cut across into Maryland.
Yeah, when you go through Kaiser and cut back around. Yep. Well, that's the fastest way normally, unless you take Route 46 up through.
Elkins and.
No. 46 is between Fort Ashby and Kaiser.
Oh, okay.
So, if you're going that straight line here from Kaiser to Fort Ashby to get over to Romney, a lot of the guys they'll go around through Cumberland and come back and go that way. I was a trooper up there when I first got out, and that's the reason I know about that area. So.
Well, I know I'm not going Route 50.
No, I wouldn't take Route 50 either. So, but hey, I appreciate you, Johnny.
No problem, man.
We got 42 minutes in. We're just going ahead and get ready to close up shop. So, appreciate you, Big Daddy.
That's good. Later, man.
I have my boy Johnny Cart, Charleston, West Virginia, jumping on, giving some security tips, tricks, and everything like that. So, pretty good show tonight. We got about 43 minutes in. A little recap here for you. What we did was talked about securing kayaks and what methods you do it. Most of the consensus from the guys were using a heavy steel cable and big locks, and if those are not capable, then you can go to Lowe's and get something like this for $35. The cables that I ordered that I showed everybody about from Amazon were Bluetooth capable, and you can use them from your phone, set them up with your phone, so when you walk to the truck, they automatically unlock, so all you have to do is pull them apart and go from there. Let's see, Johnny just posted his arachne.net, so arachne.net, it's on the screen here. That's that webbing that he was talking about that you can put in the back of the truck. So, but that bike, go to your local Walmart and get some of these audible alarms that you can put on your stuff. So if it's motion sensing, so if somebody moves your stuff, it can alert you. One of the reasons why I got the Bluetooth alarm was that if somebody tries to cut that lock, then it'll alert me, of course, wherever I'm at, as long as I got Bluetooth signal to that item. But I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. As you heard Chris and I talking earlier, next week's show will be about deep crankbaits. I hope you guys will join us. God bless you. See you next week.